Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another great episode of Topic Time with Harrison Young with another great guest. But first, got a few underwriters, got to read off, and then we'll commence with the show. We got Vape Solutions in East Bridgewater. We got Town Line General Store in West Bridgewater, where UPS access is always available. We got Champion Cuts Barbershop in Brockton. We got Furnace Brick Motors in Easton. We got Wright's Garden Center in West Bridgewater. We got John's Greenhouse and Florist Shop in Brockton. We got What's the Scoop Ice Cream Shop in Randolph. And we got Smoke and Ashes Tobacco Company, the corporate offices in Abington, and they have stores at locations in Pembroke, Abington, Whitman, Weymouth, Hanson, and Hanover. And now we will start the show. Thank you all very much, and here we go. Wow. Yeah, the clapper. I never had a clapper before.
It adds a little something extra.
And why not? You always seem to. Okay, and like I said, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. Man, I have another great guest. This very lovely blonde bombshell young lady that you see next to me is a person I've wanted to get on my show for a few years. She's an actress, she's a model, but ironically, we actually met on a film set a couple of years ago when she was part of the crew. Her name is Jordan Tofalo. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
Just like it's spelled?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, people usually get it wrong, so that was really good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I try not to get it wrong, but if I get it wrong, it makes it funny anyway. And
it does.
And she's also into comedy. I think she's done a little stand-up comedy as well, right?
Yes, but just for a movie. Sweeney Killing Sweeney.
She was in Sweeney Killing Sweeney. But it seems to me, I thought I saw you attempting some stand-up material recently in addition to that film. Is that true or not?
Oh, so what you might have seen was actually, I was speaking for a movie that we're trying to get funded in the Cape. It's called The Running Waves.
Oh, it has nothing to do with Sweeney Killing Sweeney.
No, totally new movie.
Okay, so you never actually done stand-up on your own, right? Or have
well,
you?
actually, it all kind of started where I was just really into comedy in general, like doing comedy skits with filming.
Sure.
And I started just doing stand-up just for the fun of it, just to get used to it, like Tavern at the End of the World.
Next thing you know, you had people rolling over on the floor.
Yeah, and then they were like, hey, do you want a role where you play a stand-up comedian? I was like, sure. And
I always say everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, and then I did some more open mics to prepare for that role, so it was just a really, really good experience. But I'm not going to be doing stand-up as a career by any means, though, because
why not like a hobby? See if you can take it somewhere.
Yeah, actually.
Somebody's putting the divine providence of fate is putting her hand on your shoulder and saying, hey, Jordan, maybe there's some more stuff you can do. The more multifaceted you are, the more opportunities you have.
Definitely.
And I wish I was more multifaceted. I've done movies too. Now, the film that you were in the crew of a film that John DePue set up a couple of years ago, and I never made so much money doing so little work, and it was amazing.
Isn't it great?
It was. I still haven't seen the film, but they paid me $50 just to lug a suitcase up a couple of steps.
I actually saw the rough cut for that. I think that was it was Thinking with Richard.
I didn't even know the name of the film. I know it was Sunday, September 25th, 2016, and I had to be. And it was a great, awesome opportunity. The only caveat was I had to be up there at 7 a.m. on that Sunday morning in a little office building in Bedford, New Hampshire.
Yeah, wow, you remember all the details. That's amazing.
Yes.
I'm impressed with that.
I slept most of those 3 hours until we actually started shooting at 10, and we got done by noontime.
Yeah.
And I went and I took a little walk around the sweet little New Hampshire area that I like so much, and then I came home and slept it off, basically, because I did have to get up pretty early.
Yeah, on film sets, you never know how long it's going to go.
Exactly
It's crazy.
Right. So it made sense that they set it. But let's talk about you, Jordan Tofalo. Okay. I want you're someone, you're very outspoken person, and you're very talented.
Oh, thank you.
And you have no trouble getting what you want in life. I see that. I know the people you hang with. Every day, every chance I open up Facebook, there you are doing something new. You're modeling, you're acting. So I'm guessing as a child, you were one of those sparkling little light brights that just lit up a room wherever you went. Is that true?
Oh, my parents wouldn't say that, but
really? Well, tell me,
then
enlighten us. Why not? What would they say?
They'd probably say I was kind of a hermit in a sense. Not so much, but growing up, I was more.
You mean like introverted?
Very, very.
Really?
Yes, very. See,
that's why we ask these questions on Topic Time, because I never would have guessed that about you.
It changed as I got older, and when I started getting into film, that's when everything really, really changed, because I started to really feel more comfortable with myself, found what I loved, and then acting kind of came paired with that because I started acting to understand directing better. And then,
all right, let's back up a little. Let's go to the timeline here. How old were you when you did your first project in any acting capacity, whether it be film or theater? How old and what was it?
Well, if we're gonna say anything, probably 6 years old.
Okay, what was that?
It was just like a kids acting camp.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, so now the fact that you went to a kids acting camp leads me to think that either your parents made you go or you asked them to let you go.
It started with them making me go, actually, because they actually wanted me to just try to just find what I loved. So they would have me do like tennis, basketball, everything under the sun.
You look quite athletic too, by the way.
But well, let me tell you, I was not good at any sports. So.
Well, I know. Some people are all thumbs when it comes to sports, but you had other things going on.
2 left feet, I'll tell you that.
All right,
but,
there you go. Okay.
But then I started dancing, and I really enjoyed that.
Sure.
And that kind of led to me starting to do acting and being interested in it. I was really into script writing when I was younger.
You already started writing as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, I just kind of I was kind of self-conscious growing up. I didn't really feel 100% secure in myself. And then I feel like once I went to college and I started doing.
By the way?
I went to Fitchburg State.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my brother had a girlfriend out in Fitchburg. Now he lives right here with his wife in Easton. So go on.
Oh, wow. That's great.
I know. We all have family everywhere.
Oh,
great.
Yeah. So I went to Fitchburg State, and I was hoping that film was gonna, majoring in it was gonna be what I thought it was, and it was more than that. It was.
Wow.
It was really finding your passion, and that's when I was like, I feel like I really know who I am. I feel comfortable with myself.
So you majored in filmmaking at Fitchburg State?
Yes.
Well, when you say filmmaking, you mean behind the scenes?
Film production.
Production. So you were more, you like doing both. You like being behind the scenes and in front of the camera as well.
Yes.
Do you have a preference, or do you just like doing it equally on each end?
Oh, my preference is absolutely directing. So being behind the camera.
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Okay, but you also model and act as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
So let's move it along. You obviously found some really awesome opportunities at Fitchburg State.
Oh, absolutely.
And what were they specifically?
My internship, definitely.
And what was that?
So I worked at Silver Lining Entertainment, which is a management company in Beverly Hills, California.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great because
I guess.
I was actually a talent manager's assistant to some A-list celebrities. And that was really cool. You want to name a few, just off the cuff? I'm actually not allowed to at all because it's part of their thing. I don't work there anymore, but it's just very private.
Sure.
But it was a great experience in the sense that I really learned what it takes to be an actor, what actors go through to audition.
Wow.
I learned a lot about, what casting does when a new script comes in, what they're looking for.
Sure.
Learning just all that was very valuable because then I feel when I came back to Boston, it was easier for me because I felt that I kind of saw behind the scenes and how it works in Hollywood. Okay. So that kind of helps coming back here because I was able to kind of navigate myself in the industry.
Cool. Well, that wasn't that long ago either. I mean, I know how old you are. If you want to tell the world that you're
25.
Born October 19th, 1993. It was a Tuesday. I remember it well.
Woo! Yes. Impressive. Very impressive.
You're a Libra like me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
I was 34 when you were born, which is hard to believe.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
So that's what I'm saying. You're still not even half my age yet. So, but it sounds. But in the 25 years you've been on Earth, it sounds like you've done more things than most people do in 4 times that many years, which is incredible. So you got a lot more to go, obviously. So when you came back to Boston, what steps did you take then? After you've done your internship in Beverly Hills, did that last like during the summer when you were interning from Fitchburg State, or was it during a regular winter semester?
So it was during a spring semester.
A spring semester.
And then I came back and graduated in May 2016.
Okay. Wow, that wasn't that long ago. Did you take time off before you went to college from high school?
Nope, I just went right in there.
Okay. I'm just thinking because you must have graduated high school in like 2001, right?
Oh, 2012, I graduated high school.
I'm thinking, okay.
And then 2016, I graduated college.
Oh, okay. You graduated 2000. I thought 2011. Did you do an extra year somewhere along the line?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just like one of the oldest in my class.
I understand. So, yeah. I see what you mean, right?
Yeah.
Whereas I'd be one of the youngest in my class because I was class of. Most people graduate high school in their 18th year of life.
Right.
And so okay. Right.
Yeah, I was. It was funny because I was 18, but I went to a Catholic college first because I wasn't really sure if I was going to be able to dive right into filmmaking. But what ended up happening was...
Why did you go to a Catholic college?
I didn't know what I wanted to do.
I know, but why Catholic college? Were you thinking you might be a nun, possibly?
No.
I mean, you have to get, people are going to wonder this stuff when you mention this Catholic.
I just grew up Catholic. I went to like a Catholic elementary school.
Okay. But you had no intention of joining the nunnery?
No, by no means. It was more of a liberal arts school.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. Like, well, we got one over here, Stonehill, which is, I believe,
yes,
a Catholic
I
school.
actually was gonna go there too. That was like between.
Okay. Well, okay. That's local. So there you go. I understand. So you were looking for something in the field of filmmaking and
right. Absolutely.
All right. Well, so when that all ended, what did you do after that? Obviously, by 2016, you were already. Well, you were at Shepherd's Maiden too, right?
Yep, that's
With
how I met.
Somebody we both know.
Yep, John Depew, and I met Lenny Clark from that, which was awesome.
Of course.
And that is what led to Sweeney Killing Sweeney, because at that cast party, Steve Sweeney was opening, and Lenny was. It was at Giggles, so Steve Sweeney opened for Lenny Clark. And I guess after he asked Lenny, who is that girl? She would be perfect for this role, for this movie I'm doing, Sweeney Killing Sweeney. And then it all came together.
There you are. Okay.
And
But Sweeney Killing Sweeney was, now they didn't, when did they start filming that? Was that like, wasn't they, I mean, did they finish it in 2018 or did they?
The filming, I believe that was July 2017.
Oh, okay, so it was just a year ago.
Yeah, and it took about a year, which is actually extremely quick.
Right.
You know,
I know that for a full-length film. Right.
I was really impressed. So Lisa Amola, the director, very impressive.
And embedded in the film, big time, obviously. Okay.
Yeah.
So what about now? You're always doing other projects too. So what's up with modeling? How'd you get into that? Did you obviously that's an offshoot of everything else you've done as well. So how did that go?
So that just kind of started from my manager when I signed with him.
Who's your manager?
Joel Feingold.
Oh yeah, Joel. Okay, yes, he mentioned that on Facebook when we said we were interviewing you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So he is the one. He had really good connections with Fashion Week Rhode Island and Yemi. She's just head of modeling and all that in Rhode Island, and she puts on Fashion Week Rhode Island and all that.
Yep.
So I was connected with them. Went to auditions. Did that starting in 2017. Then did it last year as well, and I've just met a lot of designers, and ever since then they've hired me to model their clothes. Yeah.
So you got it all right now.
A lot of networking.
Right. And now, of course, I assume you're like affiliated with Boston Casting and
yes.
And EMG up in New Hampshire, possibly.
Oh yes. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Because I mean, those are the two big ones around here.
And CP Casting.
And CP Casting too. All right. So let's talk about we're gonna possibly look at some of your footage. And I saw a little trailer of something you just popped on Facebook the other day, and it was really cool. You looked like you were doing a deposition or something.
Oh, yes.
You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, that's just a small role I actually have.
No, I know small roles. Only small pencil sharpeners.
That's true.
Yeah, right. I couldn't resist that one. I don't know where that came from, but all right, go ahead.
So that is by Ratish. He's Ratish Nair.
Okay.
He's a great director in the Connecticut area.
Oh, I see.
He puts his shorts directly onto YouTube, so it'll be on YouTube. I believe within about the next couple months or so. I think he said about 3 months.
Okay. Hope he cleans them first. You're bringing this out of me. You're bringing my comical side out too.
Hey,
why not?
You gotta have fun in life, right?
Put it all on the table.
Can't be too serious all the time.
Or ever, right? Yeah. All right.
Or ever, yeah.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, and I'm also working on a short film called Free.
That's what you're doing now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
who's in that? Anyone I know? I've had several actors on my show, as you may know.
Yes. So that's actually we did a sizzle reel. So basically, that's in order to get funding.
Yeah.
So that's out there right now, and then the producer, Craig Sunderland, he is working
Craig,
on.
Sure.
Yes.
Craig
Yes, he was on this show.
Yes,
Love Craig. Fantastic actor who was in my last movie. Great job.
Yeah,
that he
I know.
did.
You guys really hit it off, and you're great together professionally. I know that.
Yes, and then he wrote this brilliant script, asked me if I wanted to direct it, read it, and was just honored. It's brilliant. So, as of right now, we're just working on getting funding, and once we have that completed, we're going to be doing an open casting call in the Boston area.
That is great. Well, I mean, I've been in some films myself. I was in Shutter Island, a mental patient. I was born to play.
That is awesome. I love that movie.
Thank you. Yeah, I did a little scene in the garden at the beginning. And my first film was in 1997. Amistad, I was a member of the House of Representatives, and
Oh, really?
Spielberg fired me on set. It was something he screwed
See,
up.
now that is a story I would want to tell.
That's why I'm telling it.
That's
maybe it's
amazing.
what
I would
you
tell
wanna hear,
that.
too.
I would just, if I met someone for the first time, I'd be like, just so you know, Spielberg
Fired me. March 22nd, 1997 at the State
Got
House.
I would have the date in my head too for that.
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
I'd be honored. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, this makes up for all that. And the only reason he fired me was because he had me do a dated line without explaining to me, without reminding me, and I'd never been in a film before, that you talk like it's the 19th century, not like it's the 20th. It was the line where I was supposed to say, "Is he okay?" which referring to Anthony Hopkins, who was falling asleep in the chambers. And they said they didn't say it like that in 1839, and he called me a thing we can't repeat here on even local TV.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was pretty upset. But Scorsese was great. I got along great with him.
That's amazing that you've met two of like
Oh,
the
yeah.
most renowned directors on the planet.
Well, you know who my cousin is, Sarah Silverman, the comedian.
That's amazing.
And when I was working on Shutter Island, one of the girls who played the nurse, and you may have, if you saw them, there was a girl that was wearing like a little checkerboard sweater named, I can't think of her name, Nellie or something, and she was escorting me across the floor of the mental hospital in handcuffs and foot shackles. And she'd worked with Sarah out in California, in LA, and she told Scorsese I was a cousin, and Scorsese said, "Oh, I see the family resemblance." So that was pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially Scorsese.
Well, let's get back to you now. So let's talk about, I want you to, just to sum up, in as few words, but as explicitly as possible, all the film projects you've ever done. I mean, because you've done a lot, but it sounds like you've done, more of them have been, within the last 6 or 7 years, as opposed to like,
Right.
because you're still young, and you started pretty much as fresh out of high school and then into college.
Yes.
So let's just try to break it down a little bit, see what you can do.
Sure. So I've done a lot of smaller projects, especially like in college and such. But I would say the most notable ones that I've worked on has been, it started with Ghostbusters. I was just a extra as a ghost. They cut the entire scene.
Yes.
But it was like a 2-week shoot, which was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, talk about getting paid to do nothing. Just when you're an extra, you're just standing around.
I know.
But it's great. It was a great experience. I met a lot of the actors I ended up casting in my final film that I did at school, which was called Happy Place.
Okay.
That was shown at the Boston International Film Festival,
Cool.
which was really exciting.
Yep.
Then I shot Unethical Behavior, which is currently, I applied
Who's
to
in
some
that?
festivals.
No, I should know that. Who was in that?
Craig Sunderland,
Greg,
Mary
right.
Beth Paul.
Okay,
And-
Mary Beth was a guest in my show too, and we had an act of nature kill the deal, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had a thunderstorm killed the power, and the show never came out.
Oh, that's terrible.
It is. I still like to get it back in here though, but we'll talk about that another time. So you were in that. Unethical Behavior.
We'll make it happen.
I sure will. Okay. And what did you play? What did you play in that exactly?
I was the director and the writer.
Oh, you were behind the scenes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And
right.
then, so from there, then I worked as a wardrobe assistant on Stronger.
Okay.
I worked as a production assistant on the Netflix film Wheelman.
Okay.
Sweeney Killing Sweeney, I play Heather Chase.
Is she a stand-up comedian in the film too?
Yes.
Just like Christina's character, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm the nemesis of Steve Sweeney.
Right.
In the
And she was the benefactor of Steve Sweeney.
Yes, she's one of his friends.
Friends,
in his
friends.
friend
That's what a
group, yeah.
benefactor is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
That's okay.
Undating myself here.
No. It's all right. I'm using 4-syllable words. I shouldn't be.
No,
But
no worries.
You're smart. It's okay. It's no big deal. So all right. You learn a new word. No big deal. You're very fluent. Okay. So you were doing that, and that must have been a real kick because there were so many big name people that were in that film.
Yes, I mean that was incredible. I'm honored to be part of that movie.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think of anything better than to get every member of that cast on my show, and I doubt that's going to happen, but.
Oh, it'll happen. We'll make it happen.
Well, if you want to, listen, I couldn't think of anyone who could be more influential on the big names than you.
Oh, no worries. We'll get them.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm not holding your foot to the fire, but if you think you can, go for it. If you want,
Well, someone who I think would be really great to have on your show is, so the next movie that I'm actually working on is The Running Waves. And that's going to have...
Running where?
The Running Waves.
Oh, The Running Waves, okay.
It's actually already a novel. It takes place in Cape Cod.
Okay.
It was written by Ted and Seton Murphy,
Sure.
The Murphy brothers.
Okay.
And I just did a funding party for them in Falmouth.
Okay.
A couple days ago.
Was that what, did I think I saw those pictures? Okay.
Yes, and that's where you thought I was doing the stand-up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, and you were with Lenny, and you were with a dark-haired girl. Was that it? Was that?
They're also in the movie. So
Okay.
Lenny has been cast in the movie as well. And
Okay.
the dark-haired girl is Nicole Michelle.
Oh, okay.
And she is like an up-and-coming huge star. She's already sang at Fenway a couple times.
Don't sell yourself short on that note either. 'Cause you.
Well, she has quite.
Speaking of singing, do you sing at all?
No. Well, I would for like a film if I had to, because I have the ability.
You never tried doing it for enjoyment or hobbies or anything like that?
No.
Sounds like you have a good voice if you worked on it. I'm just saying you might be.
It's one of those things where if I really worked on it, I mean, I could probably do it for a film.
Right, but for whatever it's for, it could benefit you to try it. At least just give it a shot.
See, I agree, but the thing for me is I'm just like very into what I'm passionate about.
Okay, then that's what you like doing.
Exactly.
All right, that's fine. I don't want to be pushy. I just want
to. No, I appreciate the suggestion though.
Okay, so all right, so who do you think I should get on the show from this film you're talking about?
Ted and Seaton would be ideal. Then there's a couple other actresses and actors as well. They're still going to be casting soon once they complete the funding.
Okay.
But yeah, no, they'd be a great group to talk about because their film is going to be shot in Falmouth. It'll be a completely Massachusetts-made film, which is very exciting. Mass film jobs. So.
Okay. So what we're going to do for a couple of minutes, we're going to take a look at some of your footage if you want to. And that would really be cool because you could see she's beautiful, she's talented, and now we're gonna show exactly what we mean by that. So take a little break and we'll be right back.
Still blaming other people.
Justin, wait. I gotta take off.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, we'll talk soon. She seems nice.
She is. Are we done?
Where is he?
He's out on bail.
They gave bail to that motherfucker!
Amanda, it's the process.
Fuck the process!
So what does the future look like for Jordan Tofalo? What's the next few years look like for you? Or the next it's never mind the next few years. We're coming into 2019. What's that look like? Is it pretty busy with stuff?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
So it's really just working on getting things funded, getting them off the ground,
right?
Auditioning as much as possible, doing whatever I can, and really working on getting my films out there, my short films.
Okay, so how many short films do you have under your belt now, do you think?
I have 2.
Okay, what are they?
Well, I've done more before that, but 2 that I actually will tell people about.
Go ahead. and then we're going to wrap the show up. Believe it or not, we're almost done.
Oh, perfect. Wow,
okay.
flew
there
by.
You go.
Sorry, what was the question again?
Talk about the 2 films?
Oh, yep. So, that would be Happy Place and Unethical Behavior.
Okay, the ones that you were with both from Craig Sunderland?
Yep.
Okay.
No, just one.
Just one with Craig Sunderland and the other one with?
Chris Salvi.
Chris Salvi. Oh, I know Chris. Yeah, I've been trying to get him on for a while.
Yeah, he's
we definitely
want
to get him in here.
Wonderful actor.
Right. Okay, well, that's awesome. Well, Jordan, I hope you had a good time with me tonight.
I did. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to be on your show, Harrison.
Well, I'm honored to have you on, and it's been so long in the making getting you in here. So what I want you to do in the remaining time is to give shouts out to a lot of people that are going to see this, because we're gonna peddle this like popcorn in a Sweeney killing Sweeney double feature.
Yeah.
Oh, so how about that? Go ahead. So give some shouts out to people, family, friends, whoever.
Shout out to my mom and dad.
There you go.
Kevin and Marie Tofalo for being awesome. My grandma, Ruth Tofalo.
Cool.
The Murphy brothers, Lenny Clark, Lisa Mola, Christina Kostopoulos.
Hey, Christina.
Christina.
We killed it just like you did. Go on.
Everyone from Sweeney Killing Sweeney, Craig Sunderland, Mary Beth Paul, Ryan Jennings, and pretty much everyone in the Boston acting film community.
Now let me ask you, have you ever been interviewed on Dirty Water Media, or have you ever done anything with that?
I did at the premiere of Sweeney Killing Sweeney. I was interviewed.
Oh, you were? Okay,
Yes.
because I was just interviewed too. And
Oh, that's great.
Yes, it was. It was an amazing honor to be asked to be in that.
Yes.
That said that I got on a Sunday morning, I get a notation, a note, I don't want to call it a notation, an awakening from this young lady named A.C. Takuchi to be on her show Night Moves.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was great. They were so nice to me, and they gave me a really good segment. And I know so many big people have been on that.
Yes.
And it's really cool to watch that and see that get my name out like that.
Oh, and I forgot,
Okay.
the Uber driver with Lenny Clark. Me and Tony V will be acting in it, and it was written by Tony V.
Well, listen, Jordan, I'm going to ask that you talk to Lenny, Tony V. I don't know if we can get them on. I would love to.
I don't know if I can either because they're super busy, but I will do my best.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was thinking, nobody could attest to being a worthy of a topic time show appearance more than somebody like you, who's so well known in the
Thank you.
acting,
That's
the film
very
community.
sweet.
And
It
on
means
that-
a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah, it means a lot to
It
me
was
too.
Great to be on this show.
Thank you. Yeah, well, you heard it here first. She said it, not me, and I'll argue if I could. And on that note, are you ready to wrap it up? You want to go? You ready to jiggy with
I'm
the clap
ready
again?
I'm ready for the clap.
Just don't bang. You're smart. Some of my guests have banged the table, and that's jolted the CD. We don't want to do that.
Right, exactly.
All right,
No one's
folks.
skip-
Hope you enjoyed Jordan Tofalo. Another episode, great episode of Topic Time on tap next time. Thanks. See you next week. Take care. You knew not to bang the table in the first place, and I'm sure you won't this time either.
Will not.